Let me just very professionally check if this has actually worked. It has, sick. Let me just put the link in the channel there.
Like the good old lockdown days in dank hooks.
Very cool. Right. Welcome everyone in the Badlands, the home of the Bad Lads. I am Jasper, also known as HeWhoHungers, and I'm here with Kxavic to cast the Team Stray versus Too Hot for DotA game. And it looks like we're getting the lobby going.
Someone's not connecting.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go, there we go.
There we go. Yes, we are in the game. First bands are already coming out. Got Warlock being banned out by Too Hot for DotA and PA being banned out by Team Stray. Warlock obviously very popular ban in this tournament. Nobody really wants to play into it. It's just annoying.
I think both those heroes pretty good, pretty annoying right now.
Yeah. Team Stray electing to get rid of the ban OD. That's like a third of Ben's hero pool banned out.
5 seconds.
I feel like this is a strat, right? You target one person's hero pool if there's like 5 or 6
yeah,
things.
especially if their hero pool is as shallow as Ben's. So that's a very effective strat.
Is it like a drip from a leaky faucet, and in there is a couple of mid laners?
5 seconds.
Well, it is okay. It looks like Zoey has been playing quite a bit of Spirit Breakers, so it makes sense to get that one out. Yeah, it looks like they're actually like sort of spreading their bans, because PA is a ban for Kara, OD for Ben, and Spirit Breaker for Zoey. I'm not exactly sure who the Marcy is for, but I refuse to acknowledge Marcy in the game, so I will not do that.
Luke was telling me to play Marcy the other day. I was like, I don't want to.
Do it. Don't do it.
That is a hero I can get behind, though. Good old tree.
Yeah, there's a tree. Is I think big DotBastMaster is very comfortable with. Big you can do a lot with. And the Dragon Knight coming out as the first pick for Team Stray. I think APB is a Dragon Knight player, so probably just want to secure that mid pick for him. I believe APB plays mid.
Yeah, APB is their mid. I feel like DK is one of those like stable mid laners. You can put him there. The matchup doesn't matter.
He's hard to counter, so it's if you want to get your mid pair out early, he's a good one, especially if your mid player prefers him. I guess you're getting rid of the Sven. It's just another solid carry this match.
I was gonna say it's probably probably quite difficult to ban against Too Hot for DotA. So I think they're a team. Obviously, they're good. They're near the top of the leaderboard.
Exactly.
But like each player has strength in depth, so you can maybe take the best hero of each player away, but you're not going to ban out their entire hero pool.
I actually should probably disable the overlay for the drafts because it's now just blocking out Trian's name. There we go.
Well, maybe he's got his shard already, so.
Shadow Shaman for Team Stray.
A classic.
Probably a 5. Yeah, I feel like this should be ADFire's hero. I mean, it's a nice pick. Provides a lot of disable. Some tower push in the snakes. It's a solid support. I'm not exactly sure how good he is in current patch, but it's one of those heroes that's never really out of it, I feel.
Yeah, he's got like a good toolbox of abilities.
Exactly. Line coming out from Too Hot for DotA, probably a Zoey hero, considering they've already picked a 3 as well, and Slardar for MPR, most likely. It's more good picks. I feel like they've played most of these heroes quite a few times.
Let's have a look.
And I believe Slardar is also one of Avon's heroes, if I'm not mistaken, so it doubles as a block back in that sense.
I feel like Slardar, Night Stalker, these sort of run at you, click you down kind of offlaners seem to be making a bit of a comeback at the moment.
Yeah, they're lane winnie heroes as well. Just provide a lot. I've got Alexis from Team Spherical in chat spamming a Snowy to support Zoey. It's very nice.
I'm not sure if Too Hot for DotA need the support in this
potentially
in this series.
It's probably going to be quite a challenging series for Team Stray.
Yeah.
Team Stray, I think at the moment exactly the same record as our team, only having won the series.
Yeah, they beat GF and G.
George Foreman and Grail to date. Looking to maybe raise that number a little bit this game. Nothing's impossible.
We managed to almost scrape a draw, but it was not to be.
It wasn't.
But no, yeah, I think Too Hot are a very strong team. So Stray will have to bring their A game.
Yeah, I don't think anyone disputes that. Too Hot for DotA is probably one of the favorites in this tournament so far. So we've got Abandon and Necro for Team Stray. 5 seconds. Probably looking at like either a 5 or 4 Abaddon and the Shadow Shaman on the other position. DK and Necrophis could be switched around the offlane and the mids, however they like.
Whoa, the Primal Beastie.
Yeah, there's Ben's hero.
Yeah, I love a bit of Primal Beast.
He does love that Primal Beast as well.
I was going to say, I like the Necrophos. I'm not sure about the Abaddon. I
haven't seen much of him this patch, honestly. I don't really know how good he is, but...
A little while ago there was the weird core Manta style build, because you got the procs from his passive.
Yeah.
But I feel like...
I mean,
does the Photic Shield dispel Corrosive Haze?
Yes, obviously until Slardar has the talent that it becomes undispellable. But it also dispels things like Overgrowth, so it's very good into these long disable heroes. I'm not exactly sure how it interacts with Pulverize, 5 seconds. But we'll see.
I feel like already looking at the dire draft, there's a lot of tempo there.
Yeah.
All these heroes can run at you, can kill you.
So I think both teams are looking for their carry now and banning out carries accordingly. We've got the Drow and the Wraith King taken out by Team Stray. Too Hot for DotA getting rid of the Bloodseeker and just considering
Gyrocopter's still in the pool.
It is.
5 seconds.
It could be. I think it could be an okay pickup for Too Hot for DotA in this game. They have a lot of frontline and Having a gyro just sit behind there and flak cannon away would be ideal. Let's see what they pick up.
Yeah, I think a ranged carry could very easily sit behind them. Fire away with the right clicks. Same for Team Stray, really. They've got sort of some tankier frontliners.
If Vidicus
But then you
plays
have
it,
got
the Ursa might be a good shout because there's a lot of chunky boys on Too Hot for
Yeah.
and Ursa likes to just slap those.
Timbersaw is really good against Primal,
is,
and
it
I
is.
assume Slot. Well, actually, maybe not Slaughter because of the minus armor. But I had problems against the Timbersaw. But I don't think they're going to pick +1 Timbersaw.
I'm sure if we had Hunter on Team Stray, he would be
Hunter would be
making
going
the
for it,
case
yeah.
for the +1 Timbersaw. I've got Wogan spamming OKs to support Team Stray. You love to see it. Bit of support on both sides.
Yeah, it's good that all the goons are supporting each other. It's nice to see everyone getting involved.
Too Hot for DotA taking their time with this last pick, but obviously this is all they have to use to reserve time for.
Could you build a? Are they looking for a carry that builds Nullifier? Because that item completely counters the Necrophos.
Maybe. Going for the
Oh.
Murata, actually. That's not a hero
That's
I've seen
a
a
carry.
lot. That's a very cool
We-
carry. It is
We had a
another-
game with it this afternoon.
Exactly. It is another carry that just like sits behind and shoots things while the chunky boy is in the front
Can
line
it-
plus chaos.
It can shoot. Can it shoot Necrophos when he's Ghost Shrouded?
I think you can in Pierce the Veil.
Hmm.
I think that was one of the gimmicks about it, that you could hit ethereal units, but not magic immunity units. Like originally,
Yeah, I know
but
when she
then they
first
promptly
came
removed
out.
magic immunity, so you know that's kind
Yeah.
of that idea.
Yeah, when she first came out, the ult had a few funny interactions, didn't it?
Mhm. There are actually still magic immune units in the game, and it does still work the same against that. And those magic immune units are actually the couriers, and you do indeed do no damage to couriers while you're in Pierce the Veil, so it is working as
Well.
intended.
That's good then.
See, this is why the strat for Team Stray is now to just all fly their couriers around Kara when she's ulting and taunt her when she can't hit the couriers.
That might require a level of micro in the middle of a team fight that we might not be demonstrated this evening, but we can hope.
No, I'm sure they can. I'm sure they can manage it. The distract strats are very real in this game.
They've been watching too many bait videos, and they're like, "Oh, if we trick her with our couriers."
There's
To
the
Joe.
gyro coming out for Team Stray this time around. I don't think I like it on Team Stray as much as I would on Too Hot for DotA, precisely because you have all these tanky boys just running into your lines. I imagine they will have no trouble getting on the gyrocopter. I'm guessing the idea for Team Stray is that lads like the Abaddon will be able to get the heroes from Too Hot for DotA off the gyro, and hopefully it will work out. They do have a lot of like ways to get people off the gyro, so maybe if the circumstances are right, they can do well in these fights.
Yeah, their strat looks a bit more like protect this gyrocopter, get him big, and hopefully he can win them the game.
Yeah,
But there's going to be an awful lot of pressure coming out
it's
from
definitely
the 2 and 3
it's gonna be a
from the
lot
DI
of
lineup.
running at them.
Yeah.
In this game.
Yeah, I think Bust played Tree in our game. Just, I don't think we took a tier 1.
No, it's very annoying
But-
with him just healing all the things up. Especially when we were like trying to dodge the fights and just like chip away at the towers when we could, and then like by the time you get back there, it's just at full health again.
Yeah. I think Lion's good as well. So Lion is my most played hero. I really like him.
Yeah, he feels
But
very,
I think
very good despite.
I think like he suffers from the. He's quite a weak laner, but I think his same vein as Shadow Shaman. Quite a good toolkit for what he can bring to your team. Like if you get a Blink Dagger, you've got the instant Hex. You can mana drain, mana up people.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. With that, we are getting into this game 1 of Team Stray versus Too Hot for DotA.
You have my respect.
Oh, we're immediately into a pass. That's
There
a
we
good
go.
start.
A classic.
That's what happens
Just
when
put the overlay on.
You can't.
No one's DC'd, but
No, I'm not exactly sure
Wonderful person with a charming personality.
what happened
You're
here,
doing
but
very well. I'm very proud of you.
it turns out it is tradition for Team Stray to pass.
I've tried to tune in. I've been off work the last couple of weeks, so I've tried to tune into as many streams as possible. And I remember like ADFire DCing and stuff and pausing,
Right.
but I don't think I've seen him just pause for the fun of it. Oh,
Right.
are they going to bump
So
into each
we are
other?
finally getting this game started. We have on the Radiant side Team Stray with davidonstreet on the Abaddon, me Evan on the off lane Dragon Knight, ADFire on the Shadow Shaman, Vidicus on the Gyrocopter, and stumbling along here is APB on the mid Necro presumably. And let me just pause in case these boys are gonna get into a kerfuffle here. Which they
Yeah,
definitely are. Yeah, that was a very.
I don't feel you. Oh my!
It's ADFire goes down to ScienceWhizBen.
Trampling on all of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood from Team Stray being.
Is this
sprayed
a
there.
team wipe? I want this to be a team
It
wipe.
could be.
Come on.
I think Vidicus gets out, but he might get APB here still. And there it is. So that's being 4 kills going the way of Too Hot for DotA to start with. That's a start they're going to be very happy with.
One of my mental notes in Dota is never walk up a high ground with no vision.
Well, they didn't walk
when
up
you
it.
can't see.
ADFire just
yeah, he just stood at the bottom.
So not walking
yeah.
up the cliff is definitely something you did.
So he got half of it right.
Apparently there's lag on the stream. Let's see if I can fix that.
Oh. Already a 2k advantage for Too Hot for DotA before the laning stage even begins.
Mine, I say, it's mine!
Dyer's middle tower is having a bad day.
Yeah.
Stream fixed?
I don't know.
Oh.
I've tried to fix it. Hope it's worked.
It looks okay. It looks it looks better.
Yeah, I think it doesn't like it when I open my screen. So I'm just gonna pause it and hope that's okay. So I'm not not gonna be able to tell if it's improving. Please do let me know.
Oh, and
We have
Necrophos goes down mid lane.
first blood going the way of Ben.
First blood, fifth blood.
Well, yeah, I mean it's the first blood after the 4 kills that dropped at the start of the game.
Radiant's courier is dead.
And ADFire is in trouble in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Oh,
Down comes Zoey, secures it. It's another kill for 2 health for DotA.
ScienceWhizBen got both the runes in the mid lane, and he's already gone straight back in on Necro.
Yeah, this is a matchup that Prime Beast for the most part likes, because the biggest defensive tool you have is the Necrophos, obviously the Ghost Shroud. And the Prime Beast just tramples straight through that.
Yeah, all his spells are magic, aren't they? Pretty much. Don't care about your ethereal form, Necrophos. I do like when you spectate that you can zoom out. That might be one of my favourite features.
Well,
He's dead again!
rampaging in
Ben
the mid lane.
does die to
Let's go
towers.
down to the towers, so maybe will get that return kill there. Tip coming in from DeBastMaster on his mid laning. Loves to see this. So he's making the move over here to steal the bounty rune away. And yeah, so far this laning phase looking pretty good for DotA so far. You have Kara's like slightly creeping up on the last hits of Vidicus. Obviously,
Yeah, I think most of the 2 hot cores are ahead of their counterpart on the Radiant side.
It's always weird when you just hear these sounds Primal Beast makes across the map. It's like, what is he doing this time?
It's funny, isn't it, with the sound, how sometimes you have to be next to the hero, sometimes you can hear it wherever.
Dire's middle tower.
Oh, what a nerd. Ben took his... Oh.
We're out of your
Why did this happen?
Is he a double kill on the bottom lane, maybe?
Advanced Vidicus.
Oh, no!
Yeah. I mean,
Oh dear.
it's hard to keep up with all these kills flying around this map already. But that's a double
It
kill.
almost feels like as soon as Ben's spells are on cooldown, he can dive the Necrophos and just
Pretty
kill him.
much. There's very, very little the Necro can do about it, except for like throw out a heal and walk away.
And he's in again.
Yeah, he's straight back in on him.
Radiant just
Still precious
That's
little
one...
RTB can do
Oh my
about this.
goodness.
That's ball for ice. He's trying to finish it off. Probably
He
doesn't
is.
have the damage
Oh.
here.
Oh.
And Ben actually goes down to OPB, so he gets that kill back. That's a nice bit of regen for his trouble. He's probably going to be happy with that.
Yeah, I've always found laning in, like, this bottom lane, Lion and Slardar both having a stun.
Oh, yeah.
You've always got to
It's
be
very
super
annoying.
careful, I think.
Especially
You know, you're
since
playing-
you've now got the extra bash damage in the water. So he just gives the setup stun for MPR to close in. Gives him the crush and then the bash after. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Is Dire going to let that middle tower fall?
Some action in the top lane. Or they're just all gonna walk away. They've had a little bit of
Turns out just,
fisticuffs,
yeah.
and now they're gonna go back to last see. I feel like, yeah, Muerta top of the CS. I feel like she's got a pretty good time just sitting there with the tree in front of her. And
That's setting up here to steal the bounty rune. So moving up to secure their own.
Yeah, I was gonna say both the Dire supports going to get those Wisdom runes, and the I don't know what the Radiant supports are doing.
Yeah.
David's going now after 7 minutes.
Yeah, he's gonna just see Bast walking back to the tree, so he knows exactly what he's done.
You see a very wise tree walking to the north.
So he actually taken over the mid lane for a little bit here. So Ben has taken a lot of damage from APB. So gonna have to regen up a bit and maybe look for a kill together with Zoey. If he can get the onslaught here, that's probably a kill on APB if they can just combo all
Yeah.
spells.
Do you think as Necro gets more levels, the matchup becomes slightly more favourable for him? Or do you think it's the fact giving away that kills allowed APB back into the lane?
I mean,
Here he goes.
obviously right now
No.
Ben has this health disadvantage, which is keeping him back, and obviously it's hard to regen up with the hard scalper hour coming in every time you're trying to get into these scraps. So he's still hanging around though, as is ADFire. Both supports trying to keep their mid laner safe.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, that's just Ben being happy about his arcane rune. It's a bit of a run in here between the two supports, but neither really has the damage to
Could be in
kill the
trouble.
other. Vidicus trying to move in, but just got hexed. Can't follow up. Missiles flying out to Zoey, but not gonna amount to much.
Is it still the shard? Does the
Oh,
barrage
got Ben up
also?
in top here, kills David. Going for Evan next and probably getting him as well. That's a good rotation from Ben there, using the arcane rune. It's a very good effect. And he's moving back to the mid lane. APB potentially needs to be careful here when Ben comes charging back in.
He's back.
He is back. He's back straight on top of APB.
No,
and
don't
his
use your
trample
ghost
damage is-
shroud.
Yeah, this is a lot of
dear.
damage. Yes, oh, there's the side.
Oh, he's
gets
got
him.
it.
APB did it.
Radiant's top tower
Wow.
is full.
Punishes Ben for his over-aggressiveness. It's a good kill to get for APB at the moment. He's trying to claw his way back into this mid lane. And with regard to last hits, he is leading on Ben now, so I think he's very happy with these couple of kills he's been able to snag. He's ahead of Ben in levels now, actually, so I think APB has more or less recovered. So going on ADFire again in bottom. And yeah, as we talked about, it's just a very easy kill between the Lion and the Slardar.
That having the long range Earth Spike from Lion and then Slardar can just sprint in, crush, a couple of bashes.
So it looks
It's
like
very strong.
it looks like both carries retreating to the jungle for a little bit. Vidicus trying to make the most out of these flat cannon attacks to farm as many camps as he can. Gary just stepping up to the side camps
Jack
as well,
thinks
while the lane's
Radiant's
pushed
bottom
out.
tower is about to fall. Can't say he's wrong.
And ADFire is dead again. He's not having.
I feel like
a
I
nice
click
time
across the
starting
map,
this game. Yeah, after
seeing if
some-
anything's going on elsewhere, and then AD5's dead.
things are always going on. Ben is looking for another go onto APB here.
Jack thinks Radiant's
Still has that
bottom
level
tower is about to
disadvantage to
fall.
work with though. So
I think Ben might need a rotation to secure
he's,
APB kills.
he's
'cause
looking
the
for these
last-
angles, but I think at this point with the
Yeah.
2-level advantage on APB, it's getting harder and harder for Ben to find these kills. He's going for them nonetheless though. There's the trample out. APB is just walking
Here
away for
comes
now.
a
There's the
rotation.
pulverize and
Tree.
there's Bast to help him secure it. And that do get the kills again, so working back
think-
with experience. this
Well, he
time.
might have still died, but I mean, APB died there after Ben had used all of his spells. He had Ghost Shroud and Wand available.
Yeah, I was wondering why I didn't go for the Ghost Shroud after the
Radiant's middle tower is
the
under
pulverize ended, because that's obviously when he's out of
Radiant's structures
trample.
are fortified.
Maybe he was worried about the Nature's Grasp from Bast, but you know, in the end, it was a hard position to get away from. Evan going into the Dragon form here, trying to hold Ben and BastMaster back as APB and David are also rotating in, but can't really prevent them from retreating as they're doing now. NPR's
Yeah, I think
just-
until this Dragon Knight has a blink or a Shadow Blade, I'm not sure that he can
They
throw a stun out.
rotating onto bottom, trying to look for NPR here in the jungle. NPR is
So I
very
did-
much isolated, but it does have that sprint for the extra movement
Yeah,
speed.
I did notice this in our game. I'm not
He does
sure.
not
He was on the
seem to be
Dawnbreaker.
aware of this.
He
Well,
does seem on his own a lot.
sort
NPR.
of. And then he's just go for the TP out. Can Evan find him
Let's
in time? He
go.
cannot.
Oh,
So they kill Ben in the mid lane, presumably. It's apparently another potentially over-aggressive
Another
go
Reaper
from Ben,
Scythe.
but APB punished with the Reaper Scythe.
yeah. Zoey just has Finger of Death coming off cooldown now, so maybe they could have coordinated that a bit better, and the Necrophos may have gone down. How's Muerta doing? He's got Falcon Blade Midas, Treads, going
Seems
for
to be
Dragon Lance.
Farming up a storm up here.
Should be happy.
Looking at net worth, she is up into the 7Ks with the closest hero on Stray being.
Ben's in again.
He is indeed in again, in on Evan this time, but
Oh?
Stun's able to keep him back.
Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems.
Vidicus trying to create some space
Could have
from
been
this
the Radiant's middle tower.
NPR on the slider, but not having too much success with it.
Maybe at this
Trying.
stage of the game, the Team Stray lineup should maybe try and go and take this top tower.
Yeah, it is a very important tower to take to give Vidicus a little bit more space
Yeah.
to play in, and also to be able to reduce the amount of space Kara has for herself right now.
I mean, at this stage, Carl's really happy just farming up there
Bottom tower's about
without
to
trouble in the world, but I think Vidicus probably feels quite hemmed in on his side.
As we see Ben and Zoey trying to set up on the mid lane here, where Evan, APB and ADFire are all hanging out. Evan actually just runs up the high ground, gets a stun off on Zoey, but doesn't look like there's much follow-up. And there's the ult
that's
from
a big
DotMaster,
big
really
overgrowth.
hold down. Snakes
Oh,
go down
dear.
from ADFire, but Ben does not care about them. He's rampaging through this area, gets pulverized on APB. Doesn't quite have enough damage to kill him. Maybe Ben needs to back off here, but AP, or NPR rather, takes the advantage
the
of
trees
chaos
device.
there. Yeah, APB with help of the side gets a kill on DeBastMaster, but Kara comes in and gets a triple kill for herself. It's all three heroes
Cleanup
killed
crew
by
has arrived.
the Muerta, as Ben also ended up going down, but still a trade that I imagine Kxavic are plenty happy with.
I don't know if Ben's died a lot, right? So I don't know if him dying more to make stuff happen doesn't
Yeah.
matter as much now, right?
I mean, at this point, he's mostly just trying to create the opportunities for his team to come in and claim the kills. Which, looking at the net worth of his two other cars, is working out perfectly. Kara and NPR sitting on the top 1 and 2 net worth spots.
Yeah, I almost feel like there's been all this action happening in mid lane, where like Team Stray are sort of weirdly sitting here trying to defend their tier 1, and then Kara and NPR just on the other sides of the map have just been farming away quite happily.
Too hot for the squad is up into the top lane now. And as we said, this stack of heroes is just so hard to play onto because there's so much tankiness between the Slider, the Primal Beast, and the Tree and Protector. It's hard to actually get any leeway into that.
Yeah, and I mean Muerta's with the team as well now, so she feels strong enough to contribute.
Yeah, exactly. So they're gonna look to pressure this tier 2 tower here. Team Stray is in position to defend it, but obviously hard to find an opening with DeBastMaster hiding in the trees here and Ben sitting behind, ready to charge in if he needs to. And APB is actually just gonna walk straight in, and Ben is right on top of him. Gets hit by the silence from Kara and just goes down to the trample damage. Vidicus
think-
committed the cooldown there as well as the snakes by ADFire. He goes down, but the snakes are going to be able to clean up the BastMaster. As the Pulverize and the Finger are committed onto Vidicus.
Oh, he charged the Dragon Knight, not
Charged
Vidicus.
Evan.
Vidicus just walks back in.
This guy is just dealing a lot of damage to both.
Yeah,
and
you can just
Vidicus
stand
right
there
now.
and click.
Looks like so he did get cleaned up by the snakes, who are also now wearing their cute little party hats.
Oh, I thought that was a bit weird there. The start of the fight, everything went on, and then sort of Vidicus and DK just kept going backwards and forwards, and managed to get away. Meanwhile, the Slardar just farming.
Yeah, he's having a great time. Got the Echo Saber Blink finish, now working towards his BKB.
How do you feel about Boots of Travel on the Necrophos? Because as it stands, all your lanes are shoved in. So where are you travelling to?
Yeah, that's a bit of a thing. Maybe there's a lot more action here with Ben taking out the Dragon Knight once again. APB trying to get something for him, but again, these tanky heroes are just hard to bring down for the Necro. So ADFire gets caught by the Slardar Bass, and that is all.
You've got to be. These supports have got to be
that
so careful.
Yeah, Vidicus
And now they're hunting
now
the
spotted
gyrocopter.
by ScienceWhizBen. Actually finds a spot in the tree and TP's out. They're not gonna find him there. APB is trying to take this ancient stack, trying to get some money to get him back into this game.
I don't know if she had it last fight, Zoey. Zoey has their blink as well now.
Yeah,
so
it's just more of the jump that is already so scary from 2 hours for Dota, and they're just gonna clean up this tier 2 tower with no problem at all. Fort coming out to delay the last hit, but delay is all it's gonna do in this situation. Yeah, the bots on Necro are a funny one, because as you said, like, they do allow you to split push, but right now there isn't too much to split for the team. So that makes them a little bit less useful than they could have otherwise been.
yeah, I mean they've got the mid tower now, so there's a bit more breathing room on the map. But bots are good if you can just you don't care about the game. You just go from one side of the map to the other,
exactly.
pushing out creep waves, getting loads of farm. But I feel like they are sort of grouping defensively to try and hold back this onslaught from too hot.
So
potentially
into the Russian pit, just cleaning up this Aegis pretty easily. And
Yeah, I mean having a Slardar taking Aegis is always going to be pretty quick, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. And with that Aegis on Kara, I imagine 2 outs for Dota feeling pretty comfortable with their position right now. The 14k lead. Got the Aegis on the carry. Probably gonna be looking to pressure more of these tier 2 towers and potentially high ground, depending on what they get. Yeah, with Ben sitting in front, Kara shooting from behind is very hard to disrupt this formation from 2 out for Dota. Gets a signage on ADFire, but not gonna pursue it further.
Yeah, it's almost like how you set up with a sniper, isn't it?
Here trying to like circle around the fight and find an opening, but you've got the other heroes from 2 out for Dota covering that angle. So they take out the tier 2 tower without too much of a problem.
It's Blink on the DK now, he's popped Dragon form. They're looking for
Yes,
something.
they're looking for something here. ADFire's just gonna walk into the team, immediately get charged by Ben and taken down. Vidicus goes down to Emperor as well. And so does
That's right.
Evan, presumably.
They
APB
do
does
get the
the
work
scythe on Kara, but has that HLT Immortal to work with.
And
David.
Adam's gonna go down.
David doesn't have much to get away from this. NPR is on the altar kill, gonna give him the rampage.
Go on, yes!
Rampage for NPR. This game is not looking good for Team Stray.
Oh, you've got to believe the Team Stray. They can do it. They're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do, but
Well, they are gonna walk up this high ground, so what they are gonna do right now.
they need Ben to just dive like he was doing in the mid lane. Just dive tier 4's Ben.
I don't
and
think
feed.
that's enough at this point. I think the rest of the team can just pick up the slack.
That is true.
So they have no ultimates up on Stray, even if they wanted to fight.
Yeah.
Snakes are still
They-
40 seconds away. They've got the Dragon Form in 10 seconds, as well as the cooldown. But the Scythe as well, another 40 seconds, and those are the big spells they have to work with here. As Vidicus actually gets scanned out here, found by NPR, and just taken down in a matter of seconds. That's another 40 seconds without Gyrocopter, yes. Kara is just continually assaulting this tier 3.
So I know when you're on the back foot and your like towers are being taken, your map's being pushed in. It always seems good to go and try and defend your towers. But if you are behind, because I feel like we fell into this trap in some of our games, if you are behind, you think it's better to think, right, we'll defend tier 2s, we'll defend high ground when we've got big items. We're just gonna go, we're gonna dodge the heroes, go elsewhere. Because I feel like there was a lot of times when these heroes from Team Stray were like hanging around mid, hanging around top, and they'd be there for 5 minutes, then they'd lose a fight.
Yeah, exactly, and that just serves to extend the lead that TheBastMaster already have, and that is the lead that they are right now using to knock on your tier 3 towers. The party horn coming out from Evan, he's still very much in this game. He's feeling...
I mean, if it's going this poorly, you can have a party, right?
Exactly. It's the only thing you can do. Kara is just gonna...
They're just gonna walk up.
It's even already just... it's ADFire just getting like 3 shot by MPR there. It is so hard to even approach this team right now.
Yeah.
Because even when Kara is just hitting the racks like that, you've got the gunslinger shots coming out and just hitting anyone who tries to walk up.
I feel like that's what ADFire did there. That's something I do as a support. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
they've come up a high ground. I can sneak in and get a hex or a shackle or something.
Nope.
Because you wanna do something.
By the slider.
Yeah, you just get 2 shot by a Blink Echo Saber Slider. I mean, like, the DK's stood at the back of their team. I don't know if they want him for counter. But... I think DK's one of those heroes, a bit like Tide or Timbersaw. You think you can plonk him in front of a tower to defend it. But if he's behind, he does feel very squishy, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, at this point there's not many heroes that are... that stand much of a chance against this TheBastMaster line. ADFire trying to defend the tower, but gets silenced by the ghosts from the Moretta. And yeah, there's just not much they can do about them taking down this second tier 3. Kara just hitting it from the low ground, and Team Stray
I think they're just gonna
having much to work with to even get close to her.
They're just gonna do this until they get the next Aegis, I guess, and then they'll fully commit. But your Murta can just stand there chipping down the buildings. There's not a lot Stray can do.
You're gonna try to find a missile here, but there's probably not gonna be too much in the way of follow-up. They're actually deciding to go on NPR.
Have they caught NPR? Oh dear.
Ben is in, Zoey is in, everything's going out, and that's Evan and APB already taking out. ADFire just dies from the AoE damage from Pulverize. David goes down, and it's just a buyback from APB right now, but he's gonna try for the side on Ben, just get him, but really, what is it worth at this point? As the GGs are coming out after that. And TheBastMaster takes this game 1 in the series against Team Stray, and they are looking very, very powerful right now.
Yeah, we knew already, like, looking at the leaderboard, the results so far, strength of the teams, it was always going to be a tough ask for Team Stray, but yeah, convincing victory there for Too Hot for DotA.
Let's see, there were a lot of copy pastas floating around about Zoey and Ben in that game. Yeah, there's not too much to say. Like, just looking at the net worth, highest net worth on Team Stray is APB, and all 3 cores of TheBastMaster are just above him.
The Treant is almost above him.
Yeah, you're right. Even the tree is getting close. So yeah,
Does have that shovel.
It's a very tough situation to work with. APB also the only hero with like any amount of hero damage.
I think the Necrophos did okay. It felt like getting a few kills where Ben overextended earlier on in the game. But I think Necrophos is a hero. It sort of sits in the middle, deals this damage over time, but it doesn't work if that's like the only damage source.
No, exactly. It's tough to play into a lineup like that, especially when most of your damage is coming from close range heroes. With even APB kind of needs to be close to the heroes to get the real damage in, and that is the point when those heroes just jump you and kill you.
Because really, DK doesn't do any damage. Abaddon doesn't do any damage. Vidicus needs... Gyrocopter needs 3 items. Probably needs what? Chrysalis Ags?
Something like that. Yeah.
But then he just gets blown up by the amount of jump catch that they had on the dire side. What is the leaderboard for Group B? So 2 Hot for Dale are top at 9-1, so they maintain their position.
Are they solo at the top at the moment, or are they still sharing it? I think they were.
So actually, 2 Hot for Dale are and Team Spherical all have 9 games apiece.
Gotcha.
But and Spherical are 9-3 rather than 9-1 of 2 Hot for Dale.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you can definitely see why with that very dominating performance in the first game. So,
I think sometime.
Yeah, if the boys in chat can just let me know if the lag got better at any point during that game, or if it's still just as bad, because I'm trying to fix it, but I'm not too familiar with these settings.
At least you gave it a go. I couldn't be bothered. Nutkin sent me all the information. And I was like, I'm not doing that, Nutkin. I'm having a beer and I'm watching some DotA. That's what I'm all about.
And that's all what we're here for.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm wondering what changes we're gonna be seeing from Team Stray after that first game, because as you said, like this team of 2 Hot for That is just hard to ban into.
Yeah,
it's like they'll get you with a lineup like this, and I don't think the bans that Team Stray did were particularly bad. It's just like they'll just pull another draft out of their hat.
I think you kind of have two avenues you can go down. So 2 Hot for Dale draft did quite a fast, aggressive draft that's going to come out of the lanes. They're going to fight you, they're going to hunt you on the map, they're going to kill you, they're going to take objectives. So, and I felt like Team Stray were trying to push back and defend their objectives, but they didn't really have a draft that could do that. So I think you either pick a draft that can brawl, so you can match the aggression, you can get kills, do damage in the early game, or you draft sort of a late game carry that can, if you get there, can carry you, and then you draft the team that can defend high ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think what they had there was really when 2 Hot for Dale wanted to go up the high ground, they could just walk up.
Can you get the chat?
Oh, sorry.
Just before Ari starts yelling at us.
We don't want that.
Would
he yell at us?
Yelling at us. That's the last thing we want.
Would it be like Wimbledon yelling?
I don't know. I think Ari's yelling is more still like a sort of soft-spoken yelling, probably with like some very eloquent, like hidden insult involved in it.
Yeah, it's a bit like being told off in a library.
Yeah, kind of like that. Which is something you would rather expect from the librarian, but here we are getting it from Ari Eldenak. Shout out to Ari Eldenak.
Yeah, he's great. He's in like 20 different lobbies at once, sorting all these games out.
He's got his hands full today, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Here
it
we
looks
go.
like we're getting into the second game for this series.
I'm surprised there wasn't really a break, just gone straight back into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember if Team Stray have a coach or whether they're on their own now. They used to be coached by Alfred, but he hung them out to dry.
He left because they were too nice.
Yeah.
There's no one in the Discord with them.
No, so it's probably just them at the moment, and Tuat for Dota obviously supported by their coach, Commander Dirty.
Yeah, I don't recognize the Commander Dirty name. Is he?
No, I think
are they
he
someone that's been around the Discord?
He got into the Discord for the tournament, just like Kara.
Oh, okay. Because I know a lot of the coaches are the like higher level lads that have been around that have just.
I don't know Commander Dirty too well, but I'm pretty sure he's quite high MMR as well.
I'm
just
gonna run and grab another drink if that's okay with you, mate.
Yeah, that's fine.
I expected a little bit of a break, but we were chatting and then the lobby started, so here we are. I think, yeah, let's see. Because I remember, what was that? Just before I shoot, what was that? Was it one of the China DPCs? There was that team that was awful. They were like a tier 3 team that got put into China because of all the bans. And they were getting crushed, but they started picking these really aggressive, fighty lineups, and they picked like CK a lot. And they still lost, but it looked like they had a bit more of a fun game, sort of thing.
I expect we might see something similar from Stray this game, because they've got to be faced with the facts as well. Like, this is just a very hard team, so I imagine Stray is just looking to have a fun game, and you know, whichever way it goes, it goes.
Yeah, they've stolen the lion.
Yes, a lot of the same bans coming out from Stray. This time going for the banning the Zoey Venge rather than Spirit Breaker. With Tuat for Dota actually banning out the Quap and the Treant themselves this time, so probably looking for a different hero for BastMaster this game.
Yeah, I'll be back in 2 minutes, mate. Sorry.
Dire team ban.
Grimstroke.
So we see the Grimstroke coming out from Tuat for Dota. I know that's a Zoe special. It's probably a hero defense for her. Team Stray getting rid of the ban Primal this game, considering it was even with some of his over-aggressive dives, it was definitely a problem for them. Held APB back for a long time, except for the some of the return kills that he got on them. But yeah, definitely something they don't want to be dealing with, while also having to deal with the rest of the squad. And getting rid of the Zeus as well, they're going hard on the bans against Ben here. I think this is most of Ben's hero pool already gone out the window, so it's curious to see what hero they're gonna go with for him this game. Tuat for Dota has one ban left before they get to do their next pick.
5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
I am also very interested in how dirty Commander Dirty is. Tuat for Dota gets rid of the Sven. Very similar to last game, I feel. Probably a hero Kara doesn't play. Strong hero in this match, get it out.
You really gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left. You better pick your hero. 5 seconds. Go, Dire Team. Pick him up.
Spirit Breaker.
And there's the Spirit Breaker that was banned out the last game.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So
I looked at the screen and I realised I was looking at it the other way around. I was thinking, yes, Stray has picked Grimstroke and Spirit Breaker. They're going to go brawling.
on, Dire.
No,
Keep picking,
it's,
picking good.
But no.
These are the heroes for Too Hot for Dirt, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I thought the Grim was going to be a Zoey pick, but seeing them pick the Spirit Breaker now, they might switch it around and have Best on the Grim instead. And yeah, Stray going for the Bane
10
pick
seconds to
for
pick
the
your
second
hero,
support.
Moron.
Another very strong hero this patch, and
You
potentially
better
can also
pick
hold
your
back some
hero.
of the
5
aggression.
seconds.
Just throwing the
Radiant team
Nightmares and the Fiend Grips out. They're going back to their trusty Necro, potentially another APB hero.
Yeah, I mean, a positive from game 1, I think the Necro did do okay.
APB did
Yeah.
a good job that game, just trying to hold back the aggression, but
You really gotta pick
yeah,
your hero.
the
You got 10
lane,
seconds left.
especially the early lane against Primal, is just not something you're
5
happy with,
seconds,
so
Morty. It'll be
it makes
fine.
sense that they got it out this time, as well as to use another hero that you probably don't want to be
Come on,
playing
Radiant
against
team,
as
you gotta pick
Necro.
'em right.
Start for Dota, go for the last hero in Ben's hero pool with these 3 bands, which is the Pugna.
Pugna.
I legitimately don't know if Ben has any other heroes other than these 4.
Oh man, Rick,
What's Ben's hero pool?
I think it is OD, Primal, Zeus, and
5
Pugna,
seconds left now.
but I'm not sure.
Yes, you can play more heroes than that, surely.
You would expect so. Ben's hero puddle is famously small.
I always think there's I always say I have 5 or 6 heroes I'm super comfy on. But I feel like there's then a broader, larger sort of maybe 15 heroes that understand how they work
Yeah, exactly.
and can play them. I feel like, so Bane at the moment, Bane's come a bit back into prominence because his Q in Feeble has 100% uptime and is super good. But at the moment, there's no one on the other team that really gets affected by Enfeeble.
there was a time when Max and Feeble was the build on Bane before. I think that was when it just reduced the attack damage by a flat amount. So if you power leveled that, you could just take all of the damage of the carry away. It is percentage based now, but it goes up to 70%, so you can still be very annoying. As well as the damage it just deals. And as said, with the 100% uptime, you can just keep putting that on someone and annoy them very much. They're going for the CK this time for Kara. Just shaking up a bit, trying something
You really
new.
gotta pick a hero. You got 10
Yeah, so this is sort of the opposite of what I was saying. The team that's
5 seconds left.
stronger on paper is again going for this aggressive draft where they are just going to win. They're going to outlane you. They're going to come out of the lanes ahead and they're going to win at 30 minutes. So it's like if Team Stray want to do this, defend, give ground, defend, and sort of scale into the late game, I think they need to pick some stuff that can hold those high ground, hold those choke point areas.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the what order Stray are planning to pick their heroes in now, because they've got their off lane and their carry left, so presumably they're gonna pick the off laner here. Puck again could be a mid Puck, could be a mid Necro. Gonna have to see. It's definitely not a carry Puck. I'm willing to say that. If there's a carry Puck, I'll be very surprised.
Could it be an? I don't know what. I'm not too familiar with Evan's heroes, but you can play Puck off lane, can't you?
It is
if they
possible,
play it.
this is just another flex like they did the last game. They can send the Necro mid or the Puck, depending on which matchup they like better. I think you would probably prefer the Puck matchup into Puck to the Necro. Because Ghost Rat doesn't really work against Pugna, it's just another D-Crab he has to work with.
Also, mentioning Pugna, the old Nether Ward, how much damage is that going to do before the heroes on Team Stray destroy it? Or is it going to sit there all team fight as they cast spells?
Potentially a lot. Lion and Necro are kind of okay at hitting it, I think Puck as well. So I think maybe it depends on the attention span of Team Stray and if they actually manage to find it and kill it before they cast all their spells. Steam Stray getting rid of the Faceless
10
Void.
seconds to pick
It's
your
the hero
hero,
nobody
you
wants to be playing in
moron.
this patch, it seems.
You
We've done
read
it
It doesn't look that good when I've seen it.
He's just one of those annoying heroes, isn't it? It's too hard for them to get
Yeah, I
rid of
mean,
the
it's
gyro
one of those.
and the Naga Siren. Naga Siren, another hero that just stops you running at them. Probably just something they just don't want to be dealing with.
10 seconds to pick your hero, you moron. Yeah, 5 seconds left now. 13, pick him up, pick him out.
And Stray gets rid of the Dawnbreaker, trying to ban out
It is
another hero
an MPR
for MPR, but there is a chance that they just go back to the Slider for MPR here. He was having a great time on that last game.
You really gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left.
Doesn't have the setup Lion
5 seconds,
stun to
40,
work
it'll
with
be
this
fine.
game, but I imagine with like a well-timed charge it could go to the same effect.
Yeah, I mean, you still got Spirit Breaker, Chaos Knight, and then if you go for Slider as well, you've got the Grimstroke E. It's gonna be really good on all of those heroes. And again, like this Stray draft, it's the puck's like elusive, and you've got like the cancel with the Nightmare, but it's a lot of very sort of squishy heroes.
Come on, Radiant team, you gotta pick him right.
Monkey
And it is the Monkey King for Team Stray. Presumably the carry for them.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick
I
a
think
hero.
the big problem with Monkey King in this game is just
you
that
better pick your hero. 5 seconds.
when you're like landing and getting your ult out, I think Chaos Knight is just gonna press Phantasm and just gang up on you with his club of boys. I don't think he minds fighting you in the Wukong's command.
Mm. I imagine as well is there's like with the Spirit Breaker charge, there's good ways to find this Monkey King, knock him out of the trees.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, you get your Jingo stacks, you go to lifesteal, and Pugna just decrypts you, and then you don't lifesteal.
I'm not entirely sure about the Monkey King in this game. He just does not feel like he has many good heroes to play into. Most of these heroes he has some sort of problem with. Even the Grimstroke can just get annoying with the Soulbind, preventing you from using your tree dance the way you want to.
Choose your hero.
Actually going for the Bird Mother pick on too hot for DotA. They're just trying something new here. Gotta MPR the Bird Mother, see how it goes.
So I played against NPR in an in-house, and I was Weaver, and I didn't realise I gave him like 600 gold. I cast my Swarm into the Spiderlings, and like each Spiderling got a bug on it, and he was like, I got like 600 gold in about 1 second. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, this is a very push-heavy line imp coming out from.
Yeah. It's the same. Yeah, the same sort of thing, isn't it? That high tempo.
Yeah, it's definitely another lineup that is just going to be hard to deal with. Also, they don't have the best heroes to deal with the Spiderlings. I feel like the best hero they have for it is the Necro with the Death Balls. But the rest of the heroes
I mean, I guess
might have a little bit of trouble with it. Obviously, it's,
I guess the
for
monkey
for the lanes
can-
it's less of an issue now that the Spiderlings don't start coming out like from the first few levels and we get them at level 6. But at that point, I do think they might become a problem.
Mm.
Because you don't really want to be
guess-
using things like your Monkey Q on them.
No, I mean Monkey can itemize against them, right? If he goes
Yeah,
BF4 Maelstrom.
Probably see him coming out with something like that because you usually want one of those items anyway.
I'm never sure about Monkey King. I feel like his build seems to change so much. He's not a hero I play, so I don't keep up with it.
There's always been a lot of builds you can do on the monkey, which is one of the reasons I like him a lot, just because there's a lot of space to build with.
Goodness.
Lots of good lucks, not many have funds. Oh, here we go.
That's the pass again. It's tradition for Team Stray, although it is too hot for DotA.
Well, it's the other team.
Maybe he's just like giving the respect. He's doing, you know, we know this is tradition for you, we're gonna do it.
I've always wanted to be a giant space crab.
Are we playing Team Stray this week, or is that next week?
No, we're playing Stinkies tomorrow, and then next week is gonna be Team Stray and Mancat. Keep your eyes open for those games. Yeah, we're getting this game underway. Got David on Street on the line this time around. Vidicus on the Monkey King. Got me, Evan, on the Necrophos this time around. ADFire on the Bane and APB on the Puck. Whereas on Dire Team we have Ben on the Pugna, Zoey on the Spirit Breaker, Kara on the Chaos Knight, BastMaster on the Grimstroke, and MPR picking up the Brute Mother this time around. So ADFire sharing keys with his team. That's very nice of him. He's got some, getting some of the sustenance in you before the game. Do well.
Evan is sponsored by Burger King Burger.
So he is. So we have some, obviously NPR with his trusted sponsor of the public library. Well known.
Well, I thought that was like Live Laugh Luton was sponsored by the public library.
Yeah, that was one of the sponsors.
And he's still getting
with them.
Yeah, he's getting money through back channels.
So, some high fives coming out on the side of Stray. So all of the heroes are just settling into their lanes.
I'm excited to watch this puck. I want to see what it can do.
Yeah, been getting kind of aggressive here at the start. Has the decrab to try and mess with APB's last hits.
I guess it's almost the same way you play OD, right? You're disrupting the CSing of your opponent in the lane.
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
The second spell.
Like, if you just decrab the enemy when they're going for the last hit, chances are they're gonna miss it, and it's very annoying to deal with. And then usually then you taunt them as they miss the last hit. That's usually how it goes.
That involves pressing 2 buttons quickly.
APB jumped in here with the chance. It's getting a lot of clicks from Ben now. He has the Nether Blast now, doing a lot of damage to APB. Which should be okay. Ben really wants to skill, but with APB having skilled the phase shift now, it's gonna get slightly harder for him. It's the ability to stay far enough away to dodge most of these Nether Blasts coming out from Ben.
Might be a lane where haven't got as much kill potential, so they do just sit there and trade farm. But I feel like if that happens, then there'll be a timing, 10-12 minutes, maybe earlier. This push line up from Too Hot for Dirt will just kick in and start taking towers.
So APB and Ben are still kind of aggressive on each other. They're both pretty low health. Ben taking some creeps now. So APB got his bottle into regen up a little bit. Ben does not have the bottle. He's getting one brought out, I think. Yeah, he is.
Not on my watch.
No.
So APB is gonna eye up this water rune here, take it away from Ben. And he's probably gonna try and race him to the top one now, try to deny him that one as well. Throws out the Elisary Orb.
Did he not throw it out to get to the rune? Did he throw it at the creep
no,
wave?
No, he threw it at the creep wave. Which means he did not have a way to get there faster and wasn't quite fast enough with the deny. So both mid laners getting a little water in there. As at the very least, there are no kills on the board yet at 3 minutes. It's a better start for Team Straight than the last game when they had
yeah, they didn't
lost 4
almost
before the game started.
didn't almost have a team wipe at sub 0 seconds.
Yeah, looking at the last hits, most of the cores on Too Hot for DotA still slightly ahead at the moment, but not as big a disparity as we saw in the last game. So
yeah, Vidicus is keeping up.
Start to the laning phase for Team Straight this time around. Vidicus at least finding some farm on the monkey here, so that's a good start.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This battle between APB and Ben is still going on in mid lane, but still no one has actually fallen. There's a new set of water runes come out, and they're likely just going to be split one apiece again.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So APB is actually going to pick up the bounty rune, get some extra bottle charges for himself. That is going to give Ben some time to creep further ahead on these last hits.
Ooh, Morty, can you smell
Yes,
that salty
there
blood
we have a first blood in the bot lane.
Spilled.
TheBastMaster and Kara managing to take down davidonstreet on the Lion.
For my coffers. I take what I please.
What I was about to say, Vidicus is in the top 3 of the last hitters, but he, as I was about to say, he bomped back down again to
Yeah,
4th.
he's about level with Ben at least in this game. With
Yeah.
Evan not too far behind, APB. Bit of a rougher time this time around.
Yeah, a lot closer this game.
At least he's not getting trampled on their tower or by a primal beast this time. Ben does have the 6 on him now though, so can just run up and give him the suck.
It's a very different hero, isn't it, to pick for your mid lane? I know he's still got that push capability with Nether Blast.
Well, Ben is going aggressive here. Dives the tower a little bit, gets the Nether Blast in on the D-Crab, but not enough to take out APB.
I do really like having like a playmaking hero in the mid lane. Rather than when people pick these weird semi-carry click you
I
heroes.
agree.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Just,
attack.
So I guess
game
Pugner
about
can
easier.
do that to an extent.
Yeah, he can definitely like put the pressure with the push and just the magic damage burst early in the game. It's mostly what you have to work with.
And I guess as well, Kara on the CK will join in a lot earlier.
Yeah, probably.
She's not going to be getting
Working up
a couple
the
items.
Hand of Midas right now.
Oh, maybe she won't be joining it.
Middle tower is under attack.
And potentially the Midas skills will just be to like keep her rolling while she does exactly that. As to go in on Evan with the Ink Swell, take him down pretty easily. Another thing that Necro just does not have many ways to deal with. There's a Ink Swelled CK running at you, you kind of just die.
Denied. Bounty.
Spanish pressuring the steel one mid very hard already.
Dyer's bottom tower.
Almost, actually it's already over half the tower gone. Nether
Yeah,
Blast is taking their toll on the
I
tower.
said 10 minutes, it's starting at 7 minutes. They've had a couple of kills in the bot lane, they're pushing that tower in. The mid lane tower's under half health. I suspect once Brood has level 6, she'll start putting pressure top as well.
So Evan is back into the lane and immediately getting reality rested by Kara again, already half health.
Please
Davidonstreet is
take.
rotated up on Ben. He's gonna try to suck APB. He's not able to break it and gets taken down. Zoey and TheBastMaster both rotated in. They're going for the dive on Davidonstreet here. And that's a double kill for Ben. They got very close to killing Ben there with the Dream Coil, but Ben able to get the Kxavic up on himself and then just suck the puck until he drops. Some very good rotations coming out from TheBastMaster here. Evan is sounding the God Gamer alert.
Is that because he finally leveled Ghost Shroud?
Probably.
So CK can't hit him. I like CK. I feel like I play CK a bit when I play carry. He seems quite fun. Grab someone, stun them. And here comes the Brood. It's level 6 and they're diving the tower.
APB getting very low again. Ben going in for the kill. Gets a suck but doesn't quite finish him. Yes.
Yeah,
Top lane,
they're too off of diving the tower they killed.
Yeah.
ADFire.
Does get the kill on APB eventually.
Vidicus wants to die, I think.
God, it is very hard to keep up with all this action going on.
Yeah, it's happened. It was a bit slow, but yeah, they've got like the level 6s, haven't they, on their heroes?
This is back to what
I don't really
we
get
saw
what they
the
would.
game from last game. This APB's mid tower is pretty much gone. I would probably just deny this if I was me, Evan, at this point.
A Warlock imp would have to hit that like 6 times to destroy it.
Oh boy, Tiger's bottom tower's getting hit. Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So yeah, the last hits are creeping up farther and farther in favor of TheBastMaster here. Kara and Ben sitting on top of the net worth. Vidicus not too far behind.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more stable for Team Stray this game.
Going for the Battle Fury on the Monkey King, trying to get some farm for himself. Skara already has the Hand of Midas finished and is going to look towards the Armlet after finishing her Grease.
So I always think of Monkey King as a bit more of a fighting carry, but because I know you used to be able to go like Battle Fury Ags, that sort of thing, but I feel like I've also seen him with like phase boots and a diff blade.
Yeah, there's multiple builds you can go. You can like go farming build like this, or like a run at them, hit them build.
Because I'm starting to think now, the way the last game went, the way this game is starting to develop, are we just going to see Vidicus with half a Battle Fury, not farming very well?
Went through the teleporter here and chooses to just go straight back. Maybe trying to join on this fight that's going on with Evan, but Evan is already gone, and yeah, Vidicus immediately backs up again. He's gonna try to go through the portal again, but they're gonna
oh my goodness.
They're making it through the portal, but probably just gonna be pursued.
Go mess them up, Kara.
MPR is followed them through the portal, as has Ben. Looking for Vidicus, but I'm not gonna find him. ADFire does get taken out. Vidicus seems to be safe on the trees here. TP's back to his tier 2. Just a bit of indecision there from Team Stray about how they want to address this aggression coming out from TheBastMaster.
Do you think they had the idea of, it's always there's like the save your friend syndrome, isn't there? Vidicus went through the portal, I think, to dodge the top lane and maybe farm with the CK and be okay. Then he goes back, then he tries to fight.
Yeah, it's just a lot of running around. It's not what you want when you're trying to get this Battle Fury together on your Monkey King.
It's all fake. A bunch of crazy fake nonsense.
So APB picks up a couple bounties for himself. Tries to farm up this jungle a bit, but it's very scary with all the heroes of TheBastMaster. They're just cruising around in here. As Ben finds him, gives him the Nether Blast and a suck. APB just about makes it out with the thing, but Zoey's on his trail. commit the.
I think this is when you
recoil.
this is when you bring all your heroes, right?
Yeah.
2 of their guys have dived super deep.
Vidicus is in
Pick
now,
them
but
off.
his puck has already
They-
died.
yeah,
There's the
they get
finger coming in
pucked.
from David. It's a very good kill on Ben there. So he tries to TP out. They're not going to find her in time. As at the same time, we see TheBastMaster take out Evan here with the help of Kara. TheBastMaster, of course, tipping Ben for feeding in that engagement. So we also
To
like
be
see-
expected.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some confidence, right? Like 13, 12, 10, 12 minutes into the game, they're
Yeah.
almost diving to where the
Yes,
enemy base is to get kills.
Team Stray are bringing forward their heroes to defense of this tier 1 bottom, trying to just find some strength in numbers, because they cannot
Oh my
match.
goodness.
There's the sucker and the soulbind onto Evan. They're not walking in the same direction, they're sitting ducks, both of them. And there's the double suck from Ben, takes down Evan, takes down David as well, most likely. So ADFire tries to go for the grip on Ben, but there's no follow-up for this. APB comes in with the dream coil, but there's nothing else to give. And
It's a nice dream coil, but
it
everyone
was
else
a nice
is
dream
already
coil,
dead.
but there was just not much follow-up, and all 4 heroes that Team Stray brought down here just got taken down just like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is what I was talking about at the end of last game. They responded sort of
yeah,
disjointedly to this tier 1 defense. All those heroes could have been off pushing other lanes. They could have maybe tried to gank this brood.
yeah.
I
And
know
I
that's really
see
difficult.
the logic in, like, okay, we can't match these heroes piece by piece. We're gonna bring 4 heroes to a lane, but then if Hot for Dota does the same, like the lump sum of their heroes being stronger than your heroes still just does not end in their favor. It's been giving BastMaster a bit of a blow here. More than his max HP actually. It's giving him a little bit of mana as well.
Can you do like, you know when you got Lion's Shard and they can suck a hero and then suck a couple of creeps?
Yeah.
With Grimstroke Ultimate, could you get some sort of amazing like quadruple decahedron 4D chess sucking going on?
Vidicus trying to deal with the spiders from NPR, but just not seem to get him. They're too fast. As they get a decrep on ADFire, he's probably dead because they're very fast.
ADFire did this a lot last game on the
Yeah.
Shadow Shaman. He was at the front of his team.
As Evan now got caught by the silence from the Grimstroke as well as David. Gonna be chasing for APB, but he's gonna be able to make it out. But yeah, these, like all of these heroes from Stray just get so hindered by the silences on Too Hot for Dota, as well as the decrep, which just buffs up their magic burst by a lot.
Oh jeez, Morty, they're going after Dyer's bottom tower.
Yeah, it's a very good point that Cherry points out in chat, that the only death on Too Hot for Dota 8 AM is on Ben. So definitely...
So he's
Just-
kicked from the stack off this
Probably.
game. Right?
It's not
That
looking good
works.
for Ben. He's clearly the anchor to this team. Look at this.
Mm.
Look at this number next to his skills. That is not a number you want to see there.
Middle tower's under attack.
I mean, they're still just like, why?
There's another charge on David, and he just gets taken down in a couple spells. Then now the Dagon finish, even more magic burst going their way.
Just don't
Dagon,
hesitate anymore.
cheeky.
This isn't an accident now. Dyer's middle tower's under attack.
I mean, Vidicus is doing the right thing. I think he's farming the two like new
Yeah,
areas of the map
exactly.
where you can farm, you can cut a couple of waves, you
Still
can jump
very
through the
far from
portal.
this Battle Fury though. Still a good 1100 away, as his team is just struggling.
They're doing the same thing though. They keep, they just keep going to
They're
these
both just
towers
gonna
to
take down.
defend.
Yeah, they're not doing very much to stop Too Hot for Dota from taking these towers, other than feeding them a couple kills in the process.
Puck should smoke, go to the other side of the map, and just cut waves or something.
Yeah, that seems to be the only way they have to deal with this at the moment, as they are not providing any obstacle for Too Hot for Dota just running at these towers.
Dyer's top tower's under attack.
This tier 3 is already over halfway gone for Team Stray. It's gonna be a very hard hold.
They're not even going to need the Aegis in this game to go up the high ground. They can just go
Probably not.
marching up.
Seven has put
I was
on
gonna say, I
party
thought-
as ADFire, they're ready to go, ready to party.
I'm not sure they're going to enjoy the party. They might be calling mummy and daddy for a quick lift home.
Yeah, so the glyph goes out, and Ben has found Evan again and just taken care of him very quickly. He apparently showed his face outside of the base, and that is not what you do right now. So the tier 3 goes down, and Kara is on top of ADFire, takes him down in a couple swings. And yeah, these racks are most likely going down. I don't see much that Team Strike can do to stop this. Vidicus has made his way
Vidicus
back,
has
but
come
still
back.
does not even have his Battle Fury. Still about
He's
500
got
gold away from Cornucopia.
2 swords and a hat.
He's got 2 swords on it.
He's going to try his best. He's
Well,
dead.
He's
but he's
immediately
not.
dead. Yeah. As there's another
Oh.
soulbind, there's another charge. Trying to take down, yeah, APB and David both going down. Evan trying to help his team out, but just gets killed as well. And this is this looks to be even more of a slugfest from. And
There's
there's
the
the
GG.
GGs. That's a 90-minute GG from Team Stray. And yeah, it does seem like Kara is right that they were indeed no match for Too Hot for DotA in this series.
I mean, I think it's one of the definite, not only strongest team in the group, one of the favourites for the whole tournament, right?
Yeah,
Against
absolutely.
maybe a team that has struggled. So there's not a lot, like, you can look at these games, but if there is a massive sort of MMR difference, I don't think there's a lot you can gather from it, really.
Yeah, this game was just a complete wash on the side of Team Stray. There's not much to talk about. Didn't even end up finishing the Battle Fury and the Monkey King, so if even that part of your draft is not working out, what is?
I think maybe if they'd put the Necrophos mid again, and then, I mean, the puck was okay.
Yeah, I think the
Got a
Necro just
couple of
runs
nice
into the
beam
same
coils.
problem, but even worse, because he can't even use his defensive spell against it. Of the puck now just continually harassing out the
Yeah, the Necro
other hero.
is meant to be like their front liner, and he just disappeared as soon as he saw an enemy hero.
Yeah, that seems to be the story for this series. But yeah, with that, this series has come to an end. 2-0 in favor of Too Hot for DotA against Team Stray.
I'm excited to see some of the bracket matchups now. I mean, we're nearing the end of the groups. We know the pecking orders in the groups. So it'll be interesting to see like the Group A versus
Yeah,
Group B
absolutely.
matchups.
It's
I
definitely
think
gonna
in
be
that first
interesting.
week of yeah.
But before that, we'll have one more week of group stage matches ahead of us. So with that, thank you all very much for watching, and hope to see you next time.